There I was, in the front seat of a car. It was raining cats and dogs. The small stream had become an enormous river, and my driver could not assess the danger. He just drove right into the river, and when we hit the currents, my car started sweeping. You can see it sweeping, right? And there was water everywhere. And suddenly I realized, in a split of a moment, it was almost still here. We were lucky, really lucky, that the car did not have automatic windows. I rolled down the windows and I jumped to the roof of the car. Hey, passport kidhar hai mera? I left it in the glove box of the car. Somehow I managed to go down and I came out with a dripping passport. Now you guys would be wondering where the hell I am. So let me tell you something about myself. I am a serial entrepreneur and I love to start new businesses. I got this opportunity to go to Liberia, where we had bid and won a contract to scrap 10,000 tons. Yes, almost 10,000 tons, like 500 containers of metal scrap from an iron ore mill. We were told that on the way to the mill, we have a lot of diamond miners. And when we say diamonds, you know what diamonds are, right? Real diamonds. New opportunity. So I had purchased a lot of diamonds and had a lot of cash for the project. So there I was, in the middle of the river, in nowhere, Liberia, the world's most poorest country then, stranded in the middle of the car with diamonds and cash in my pocket. No. This is not Leonardo DiCaprio's movie. Yeah, this was me, stranded right there. The water levels were rising. By every minute, danger was approaching us. My driver suggested that let's jump and dive to the nearest bank. He dove and he almost reached there safely. It was my turn next. I was petrified. Just looking at that gushing water, forget diving, I couldn't even jump. I gathered my breath. I prayed to God, closed my nose, and I dived. It was only when I really hit the waters I realized how gigantic that river was, and the water current swept me away. I almost reached out to the driver and he pulled me out. I was saved. Now it was Naseem Bhai's turn. I shouted, Naseem Bhai, ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है, जोर से छलांग लगाना, हम आपको खींच लेंगे. Let me introduce Naseem Bhai. Naseem Bhai was 6 feet tall, almost double my weight. I had met him for the first time just before 2 days. He was my friend's friend and he was the one who got us this contract. Naseem Bhai was very reluctant. I had seen the fear in his eyes. After a lot of shouting and screaming, he blurted out, Mehul Bhai, मुझे तैरना नहीं आता. क्या? पागल हो क्या? पहले क्यों नहीं बताया? I was getting angry and agitated. Moreover, I was very nervous. The water had already risen about the car. I told Naseem Bhai, अगर अभी jump नहीं किया तो मर जाओगे. He gathered all his courage. He went to the edge of the car. He ran and he leapt. It seems that was the longest jump Naseem Bhai would have ever taken. He almost reached the banks. I gave him my hand to pull him out, but he pulled me in. It was complete chaos. Naseem Bhai was gripping me by my neck. He was clinging to my body and he was trying to jump on my shoulders. Literally, he was like, going to sit on my shoulders. I was underwater. I could not breathe. My eyes were burning. And then I was really gasping for air. I could just make it outside for one short breath. Again, his body weight was really deciding the fate of my survival and his. I was underwater. I was choking. I was suffocating. I was inhaling dirty, brown, muddy water. I was losing my consciousness. I was drowning. This is the time I realized I'm going to die. The picture of my two sons kept flashing on me. Krish was 1.5 and Parth was just 4. I could not die. I had to see them. I have to live. I mustered all the courage. I pushed Naseem Bhai. I regained control and then I grabbed him by my arm. Now we are two guys, both drowning in the middle of an unknown river in an unknown country. It looked like an eternity. Suddenly, God gave me his hand. Yeah, you heard that right. God gave me his hand in the form of low branches. I spotted them and I started leaping towards them. The currents were strong, but I was able to grab one of them. Naseem Bhai in one hand, the branch in another. I locked my fist. I was completely exhausted and I passed out. I did not know what happened next. I was in coma for the next 34 hours. When I regained consciousness, I had a moment. My awareness had expanded. Tears were rolling down my cheeks. I was thinking, साला कल मर गया होता तो क्या होता? क्या होता मेरी बीवी का? क्या होता मेरे बच्चों का? क्या होता मेरे सपनों का? I had big dreams. 40 पे ड्रीम हाउस खरीदूंगा, 50 पे वर्ल्ड टूर ले जाऊंगा बच्चों को और 60 पे चैरिटी करूंगा. But lying on that bed, my whole life looked like a complete failure. That moment reminded me of Gautam Buddha, what once he said. The trouble is, we think we have time. But do we? My heart was filled with regret. It was like two elephants sitting on my chest. I wished I'd taken more chances. I wish I'd really procrastinated less, taken more action toward my goal. This 5 minutes in the muddy water had transformed my life. In the next coming 15 years, I achieved a lot of things I was extremely proud of. In the next 15 years, looking back, I had co-founded a 1 billion rupee company. I had traveled to 69 countries. I was published in more than 200 TV and news channels. And my family had broken 3 world records. Just from one business, I had developed business in 7 different countries and 7 different businesses. Countries like South Korea, China, India, Bangladesh, UAE, Liberia, and Ghana. So 5 of these businesses were extremely successful and 2 went bust. So you see, I have tasted success and failure, life and death at very close quarters. Now it was time for a big leap. I had to learn more. I had to unlearn. So I reached out the best and the world's most recognized coaches. People like Tony Robbins, Gaur Gopal Das ji, Robin Sharma, to name a few. The one person who impacted my life the most was Steve Wozniak, the Apple co-founder, the person who co-founded the world's #1 company. Yeah, the first $1 trillion company. In our journey together, I learned lots and lots of lessons. But one lesson I would like to tell now. The one thing, they started from a very small garage, and you know what it is now. The lesson is, think big. Nah. Think very big. Start small. Do it now. I also learned some other lessons. He also gave me the wisdom that achieving is nothing if you are not serving. I wanted to serve in the most impactful way. After a lot of soul searching, I realized the best gift I can give to the world is my unique talent, my unique ability of creating and growing and scaling different businesses which are profitable. This led me to found my mission, that was to help create 1,000,000 millionaires. This mission took me to mentoring and coaching thousands of people through seminars, webinars, and workshops. I have mentored one-to-one right from startups to 300 crore companies which were very successful and they reached newer heights. I was awarded the Economic Times Award for the most revolutionary coach in business growth coaching. I was extremely grateful to God and the universe for giving me this second chance. But you don't need to go through this near-death experience to learn all of this. That's the reason I am here, to share my secrets. Guys, just understand this one thing. It's very important that we just have one life. So if you just take one message from my whole speech, I would like you to know that we just have one life to live it to the fullest, one life to check off everything on our bucket list. Guys, how many of you have big dreams? How many of you, with a raise of hand, want to achieve each and every one of them? Awesome. So I'm going to teach you a formula to achieving your dreams a reality. Yeah? I call it IAA. Introspect, act, and achieve. So let's start with introspection. Yeah? Guys, I want you to close your eyes and think of one dream you have been postponing for a very long time. Let's be true to ourselves, guys, because it's your dream and you need to achieve it. Now let's introspect. Guys, I know you are postponing your dream because of one of these 6 reasons. Raise your hands if you are postponing because you have a fear of failure. सबसे बड़ा रोग, क्या कहेंगे लोग? Raise your hands if you have lack of self-belief. I'm from a small town, or maybe I can't speak English. Raise your hands if you procrastinate. Guys, I want everybody to raise your hands. I've been there, done it, so I know it. Yeah? Guys, how many of you have the fear of unknown? COVID, उसके बाद क्या? Yeah? And how many of us have the lack of courage? And lastly, how many of us have the fear of success? Our mind really procrastinates things because it wants us to be in our comfort zone. The mind knows that if you achieve success, then it has to do more. So it always stalls our success. So now, once we have introspected, it is time to act. Guys, I want you to think about the same dream, and give a short timeline. And once you have timeline, I want you to have it a vivid sharing, how the dream would look like. And once you have done that, I want you to apply the 9-9-1 rule. 99% of energy, time, and focus should be given to that one dream. 99%. And trust me, it has always worked for me and my mentees. And now, once you have acted, I want you to achieve. 97% of the people I teach, they just talk about achieving their dreams. Only 3% really want to achieve the dreams and they put the hard work to achieve that. I want each and every one of you here to be in that 3%. It's called the 9-7-3 rule. 97% of the people will not act. Only 3% will take charge of their life. And I know you are one of them. Guys, I want you to understand. We just have one life. Yeah? What are you waiting for? If you are not creating a life of your dreams, what are you doing? Walk away. Walk away from all your naysayers. Walk away. Walk away from all your haters. Walk away. Walk away from that job which is stopping you and pulling you back. Instead, walk towards your beautiful destiny. Walk. Walk towards what you were born to achieve. Walk towards your true potential. Guys, I want you to know you were born with a dream and each one of you can really achieve it. Guys, if you can please stand up. I would love if you can please stand up. And I want to do a declaration. I want you to declare so that in your trying times this will really, really help you. Repeat after me. I am a dreamer. I do everything at 200%. One more time, twice as loud. I do everything at 200%. I am a warrior. I will never ever give up. One more time, twice as loud. I am a warrior. I will never ever give up. I am an achiever. I will achieve my dreams no matter what. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So guys, this is Mehul Sangvi signing off by telling you, we just have one life. One life to live more. One life to love more. One life to achieve more. And one life to serve more. Thank you.